From the moment I laid eyes on Make Money at Club Infinity that night, something about that dude just drew me in. He was a Newark, New Jersey-based rapper on the rise whose first album had went gold on the wings of his platinum-selling hit single, Get Like Me. But what got me wasn't just his celebrity or the fact that I recognized him from his video in mad rotation on MTV and BET, or his hit record, or being on the cover of magazines, or even his spot posted up in the VIP section of the club that night. Not even the fact that he sent one of his security guards to invite me past the velvet rope to take a spot next to him. I'm not going to lie and say I didn't feel extra special with all those disappointed chicks eyeing and vying to be me in that moment. But even that wasn't what drew me into him. It was a vibe or some shit between us when he took off those shades and looked me in my eyes. I was so gone. Instantly. Right in the club, like in that old Usher song. For me, it felt like love at first sight in the club. Even though I was a stripper when we met, I wasn't a hoe. Far from it. But when he asked me to leave with him, to be with him, it made me think he felt that craziness between us too. And I went. I took that nigga's hand, forgetting about my girls, Goldie and Missy, that I came to the club with, forgetting that I didn't know him or anyone in his huge entourage, forgetting that what I thought was taking a chance on love might have been taking a chance on my safety. He asked. I accepted. My first rapper, my first one-night stand, and to me, my first real shot at love. That was 7 months ago, and everything about that nigga had me straight fucked up from the jump. All the emotions I had wrapped up in him, emotions I thought would fade, were stronger than ever. I was in love, deeply, just 24 and wide open. But that meant all the power was in his hands. Thing was, I straight up didn't know if all the love I gave was equal to the love I was getting from him. There were plenty of times that shit seemed unbalanced as hell, unfair, fucked up. See, being the one in a relationship to love the most means you're the one to get hurt the most too. A pang crossed my chest that burned with the fire of a bullet's graze as I watched everything and nothing outside the window of Fornos of Spain restaurant down in the Neck on Ferry Street in Newark. Luscious! Luscious! I shifted my jet-black eyes from looking out at the crowded streets to the face of my friend and ex-boss, Kayla Dennis. Huh? I said, thinking as always that her nickname of Goldie suited her. With her honey complexion and eyes combined with shoulder-length hair, highlighted with natural blonde streaks that screamed her ass was only half black. Goldie arched a brow as she eyed me. What the hell you braining on? She asked, her East Coast accent even heavier than mine. My years at Rutgers University, before I dropped out, had cleaned my shit up just a little bit. I was just wondering what Make Money's ass was up to on that road, I admitted, picking up my wine goblet to take a sip and feeling the many layers of my lip gloss damn near glue my bottom lip to the glass. Goldie shook her head, her glossy hair pulled back into a tight, asymmetrical reverse French braid that I was already planning to copy. She was the type of chick that made any woman in her company want to elevate their game because she stayed on point. What woman would want to look like a lame-ass loser, like she was doing them a favor, even being in their company? If you had stayed on top of your own grind and made your own fucking money, you wouldn't have time to try and stay on top of some dude out there living life while you sitting home waiting on him, Goldie said, before picking up her vibrating BlackBerry. Goldie stayed handling her BI. Truth be told, I looked up to the bossy bitch. She wasn't playing about her grind. I'd heard her story about that old married man embarrassing her in front of his wife and everybody living in King Court projects when his ass got caught with Goldie. She went from wifey with a dream of marriage to falling the fuck off. Hard. But she crawled back on her feet. She went from being a waitress at a 24-hour diner to stripping at Club Naughty on Hawthorne Avenue. From my janky-ass spot as a daytime stripper,